Look at that then. Oh, it would happen on a bloody Friday, wouldn't it? Huh? It would happen on a Friday with a full load. Oh dear me. Uh-oh, F up Friday hits yet again. Look, can you see it? I haven't got far to go. I might just limp home with it. So I rang the office. I said I got a puncture, I'll limp home with it, but they've said no, they're going to come out and do it because look, it's showing like it's already released off the rim. Can you see? Look, it's lost too much air. That would go around the corner and that. See that black edge? You can see no black edge on these. Look, this edge you can see just shows you that she's ready to come off the rim. So to save the tyre, because it's you know, they're a good tyre and a lot of money, so they're going to come out and put a bit of air in it. They might even come out with another tyre. Depends if they send the fitter or they've got a tyre to put on it. I'll tell you when they turn up anyway. So especially being loaded. If it was empty, you could take that home all right, but with it being loaded, you don't really want to be scrubbing it round corners. Look, can you see? It was already, and that was coming here empty. So anyway, so Friday, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. They're not that far away, for less than half an hour, and they'll be here. So it's F up Friday, bloody soft tyre in the middle of the axle. Damn, could be a lot worse. If it was on the front of the rear, it probably would have pulled the tyre off by now. But in the middle, it's supported by that axle and that axle, and they've got something like 110 psi or something. There's a hell of a pressure. They go with a hell of a bang. So I'm sitting here thinking about this tyre and what is in the tyre. Fresh air is nothing, isn't it? Hold on. Bloody hell. How the hell does that get in there? How the hell does it manage to push itself in there? Mad, isn't it?
Yeah, I might allow the weight.
Yeah. See, now that's what you call a torque wrench. Next thing now is torque them up. Yeah. Brilliant. The A-team to the rescue. Dun 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 dun. Where's Mr. T? Well, we got Mr. T's van, haven't we? So here we are, look. Nice another wheel and tyre. Fantastic. I'm trying to find the size for you. What the hell size is it? I'm just trying to... It's a 175. Let me find the size. Anyway, here we are. Look, it's a 385 55R 22.5. Right. So here's a question and a challenge. Scoutcrafter, it runs at 110 psi. What is 110 psi? So, as in volume, there's X amount of air in there at this pressure, you know. So there's a tyre full of air. So at 110 psi, how many more tyres full of air is in there, all squished and holding it up? And what is 110 psi? I'm sure you'd explain to us on the dike what 110 would it be, and say you had a piece of steel on your dike and you gave it 110 psi, would it bend it easily? Would it snap it? If you had a piece of 4x2 on your dike, would that 110 psi bend it, break it, dent it? 110 psi, how deep is that in the ocean at 110 psi? And do you know, you put there's a volume, you know, water doesn't compress, we all know that, don't we? And that's what breaks your engine. When you go through water, the water gets in your pistons, it fills the pistons, it won't compress, so it breaks your engine. So how much psi in a thing, how much air can you compress? Is it sort of ultimate? As long as you can keep pushing that far, it'll keep taking it. When does air that you can compress become, how much psi do you need for it not to compress? Lots of interesting questions around air and volume and psi and what is psi. You know, there's a bucket full of air in there. Well, at a certain pressure, how many buckets full of air is in there? So come on, can anybody explain exactly what is 110 psi? And I know these, they blow because they get warm. If you get a soft tyre, it heats up the air, the air expands, and that's also dangerous because that can blow a tyre because it can build up too much pressure in them. So, especially if it finds a weakness, you know. So here we are, there's a challenge. Explain this stuff that you can that we breathe in and out, which is air. How is that able physically, and what's the properties in it that allows you to carry so much weight? There's got to be 25 ton on the arse of this now. That's why I never found it until they loaded it. This is fully freighted. How is it possible that basically it can be held up by air? Yes, the pressure of air, but nevertheless air. What do you think? Is that a good challenge? Is that a thing to explain? How the hell do you begin to explain that? So here I am, out and about with Big Blue. I've enjoyed my day today. It's been quite a change. Here I am with Big Blue today. So, you know, we were talking about pressure. Oh, and I've got the gauges for these bottles. Can you see these are air bottles? Those are. I was using them as a weight to hold down Debbie's thing, and I've got each one came with a set of gauges, and I don't know where the hell I've put them. I know them. Do you know when you know you've got something in your mind's eye and you don't know where you've done with them? I don't know what I've done with them. They're here somewhere. I'm gonna find them. Well, anyway, we talk about pressure. How much the hell pressure can you put into one of them then? I seem to recall the gauges were showing something like about 2,000, 3,000 or 4,000 pound pressure in these cylinders. I've got a job for them, by the way. But I'll tell you when I get round to it. I haven't got round to it so far.